first tip for the couples that aim to approach the tantric path is be honest, face yourself, be willing to deal with what is going on inside of you. And when things arise within the couple, when you have issues, when you fight, when you get triggered in one way or another, be honest about it first on the inside. Look first at what's going on inside of you and see what is the issue, what is arising inside of you. The couple can become like an alchemical atanor, like a vessel in which anything, any issue that you have going on can be digested, can be alchemized. But in order for that to happen, you need to be able to sort of put your finger on the map to see where you're at, so that then you know how you can move forward. And this requires that you give the space for being honest to yourself and being also honest with your beloved.
The second tip is both love and attraction can grow in time. For most relationships, they start with a lot of love, attraction, intensity. Everything is magical. And then in time, everything is pretty good, and then all right, and then not necessarily so good. The relationship is like something you carry. It's like a compromise for many couples after some years. Tantra, if followed in action, if followed in practice, can make you more in love. And we can share easily from our 6 years of very deep and intense connection that we are more in love now. And there's more attraction now than it was 6 years ago when we started, and 6 months ago, and 2 years ago. There is more attraction. And it's like that standing point where you think you're going to lose it because you are so in love, that's just the beginning point. You can be more in love, and you can be more attracted, and it gets more and more beautiful because it's the person you already share all those things and pass through all those crises and have such an amazing communication and such an amazing trust because you went through all of that and you stuck together. And then in that very safe, very embracing environment, there is such passion. There is such an attraction. You are so in love. There is such an energy in that. It becomes amazing. So following the tantric path really as a couple, and it has many, many aspects. Following that, it can bring you to that place. And life is just constantly colored in this feeling that I'm so in love, and the person I'm so in love with is so in love with me. What joy. That can just be your baseline for life if you apply seriously as an attitude and also as practice the tantric principles.
Another tip that you could apply is to allow the couple to unfold rather than putting your maybe expectations or all sorts of thoughts that you have of how the couple should be. If you have them, that's fine. But see if you could allow to see the couple as an entity that rather you take care of, you feed, you fuel, and then you allow it to unfold in its own rhythm. And sometimes that rhythm might be slower than your expectations, and sometimes, believe it or not, it might be much, much faster than your expectations are. Sometimes the couple might require for you to transform in a certain way, to acquire a certain inner skill. That might be something that is necessary to offer to that couple relationship in order for that entity to grow more and more beautifully. And when you engage into that process, you will see that somehow the couple continuously offers you exactly what you need as a reflection to see yourself better, as a pointer towards something that, if transformed, could make you much more happy, much more fulfilled also as an individual. So allow the couple to guide you by the way that it naturally unfolds, rather than what we tend to do, taking the couple and trying to squeeze it into a certain shape that then we hope very much will fulfill in one way or another our agenda, our desires, our needs. So this letting the a couple unfold in its own rhythm, it can really reveal aspects between the two of you and also within yourself that are unexpected and that are actually much, much, much more beautiful than the thought of the couple that you initially had, the ideas that you initially had. So let yourself be surprised by that beautiful flower and tree that springs from from this beautiful seed of the relationship.
Yes, the next big gift that Tantra gives us is erotic continence. What the tools of Tantra and the attitude of Tantra gives, it gives us the possibility to move from a short, not necessarily so heartful, not necessarily so synchronized and fused lovemaking that can take 5 minutes, that can take 15 minutes or 20 minutes, into a lovemaking that can go on for an hour, for 2 hours, why not for 4 hours. A lovemaking which is transparent. A lovemaking in which you can really be yourself without needing to pretend or perform or appear as something you are not. A lovemaking in which you are yourself and you love immensely. You love intensely, you are loved intensely, and you fuse. You actually fuse in the heart, not just in the body. And in such lovemakings, you feel that your soul has traveled this world and is worn out of this traveling and of this isolation. And then it finally reaches an oasis of love, an oasis of fusion through such a lovemaking. Beyond the fact that, yeah, it's very pleasurable and you have so many orgasms and so forth, it brings you home. You really feel home. Your soul is at peace because you are one with the person that you love.
And one more tip, if we
Yeah.
want to. One more maybe token of wisdom that is revealed when you engage into a spiritual relationship, tantric relationship for that matter, is this capacity to learn to give to the couple what will nourish the couple. Taking out this idea that when we eat a lot of chocolate, we are happy. So we do the same with the couple. Let's eat a lot of chocolate. Let's meet in ways that we find sweet and comforting and so forth. But then in time, eating only chocolate, you get cavities and overweight and maybe difficulties in your body. And it's somehow similar within the relationship. When you learn to feed the relationship with exactly what will be nourishing and profoundly fulfilling to the relationship, when you learn to give it vegetables when it's the time for vegetables, and grains when it's time for grains, and maybe take a bit of a raw diet when it's needed, and then feed with something very nourishing in another moment, then you'll be able to grow in the same way like you grow a healthy body, a very healthy relationship. So somehow in the same way that you let the relationship blossom, you also are attentive to that blossoming process and then give to that process whatever will nourish and allow for the life of the relationship to become even more full, even more steady, even more brilliant and radiant. So less chocolate, more broccoli.
And another big gift that a tantric relationship can give is feedback and growth. When we are outside of a relationship and all our other relationship with people are in an arm's length, nobody is too close to us, it's very easy for us to pretend that we are something we are not. Most people do it a great part of the time, and the relationship has the painful and meaningful power to bring us back and to say, hey, you're not that imagination. You are that person. The other person sees you because they are so close, they are so attentive to you so much of the day. So the inner decision in a tantric relationship is, I will sacrifice my limitations, my defects, my falsehood, my mask, my limited personality on the altar of love and fusion and growth. So once you get a feedback, and I can tell you even after 19 years of Tantra, once you get a feedback, it always hurts. You hear something about yourself and it hurts, and then if you take that and instead of getting reactive, instead of pushing the other one down, scaring them away, whining, hiding, smoke screening, you just say, okay, I got this feedback, let me check if it's true, and you will discover that almost all the time, at least it's partially true, if not fully true, then that's an opportunity to grow. I didn't consider myself a very stressed person. I've been doing yoga and meditation so many hours. But then I get the feedback from Blandine, hey, you're very stressed and you're stressing everyone out. So I called everybody who lived in the ashram in that time and I asked them, hey guys, am I stressed? And everybody said yes. I said, okay, I have a wrong view of myself. Fine. And then I start to work and I ask her, please tell me when you see I'm stressed because I can't see it myself. And she'll give me feedback and I get upset every time, but in time I learn to identify the stress and to be at least a little bit less stressed and less stressing other people. Nobody else could give me such a feedback because nobody else was that close, nobody else I trusted that much. And in this way, you take, okay, 5, 10, 20 defects a year and you work with them. You clear them out. Otherwise, you live in this illusion that I'm pretty much all right about just about everything, or I'm trying to fix things which are anyway almost fixed and ignoring the big problems. So the tantric relationship and this close-up that you get through intimacy is a big standing ground for transformation.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, Tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.